Good afternoon, everybody. I don't have socks or food, but I'll try. So I'm excited to present Modern Muse Education to you all today. I'll be talking to you about where my business idea came from and how your investment can help the company grow. So access, opportunity, and success are the three things that I would want you to remember as I go through this presentation. So I'm the daughter of a foreign service diplomat, and I grew up overseas and in what is called a third culture kid, or a TCK for short. So the first slide was me in kindergarten, this was me in high school, and I graduated with an IB, or International Baccalaureate Diploma. So I didn't know what I wanted to do after high school, but I do know that my extensive overseas experiences was going to be really key to success. And so I came back to the US and I still wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I started college at American University and I went to UMUC, and I still didn't know where I fit in. And so after several jobs, getting married and having kids, I found Montgomery College and decided I wanted to become a teacher. I discovered my passion for teaching mathematics. Since then, I have received the Academic Excellence Award in Education. I was inducted into Phi Theta Kappa, and I'm getting ready to graduate with honors at the end of this semester. So one other thing that has been really paramount to this business has been being able to present my business idea to the Foreign Service Youth Foundation, which works exclusively with foreign service families like mine. So all of this led to the creation of Modern Muse Education. We're a tutoring company, and we provide help to students in math, science, test prep, college apps, and life skills. So there are tons of other companies out there that claim to do some very similar things, and they're better known. So our goal was to stand out. So if you ask me what makes me different, it's my client base. I work with third culture kids, or TCKs, students who are enrolled in the IB program, students with learning differences, and students who come from low-income families. So I have a question for the audience. Is there anyone out there who grew up outside of what they would consider their home culture, or who is doing so today as an adult at MC? Yay, one or two. Okay, well, I don't know about you guys, but it was really difficult for me to reintegrate when I came back to the US. I had an American passport. I was born here at Sibley Hospital, but I didn't feel American at 18. So this is a very common problem for TCKs, and it's impacting the community in a big way. Most TCKs are getting degrees more so than their non-TCK counterparts, even advanced degrees, but it's taking them a lot longer to get those degrees. So why is this happening? My personal and professional experience supports research that a lack of national identity and a lack of emotional maturity makes it very difficult for these students to integrate themselves into the college microcosm. They don't have the help of their parents anymore. And so Modern Muse Education is seeking to bridge that gap and make a connection. In my 10 years of tutoring experience, I've often been paired with IB or TCK students just through my shared background and being able to make a connection with them, was able to help them achieve success. So I want to highlight some current partnerships I have. I work currently with Hope in a Home, a DC-based nonprofit, and I provide free tutoring to low-income and homeless students. I also work with the Foreign Service Youth Foundation. We've been chosen as the organization to head their annual re-entry program this fall. We'll be focusing on nutrition and some other wonderful things. So one thing that's really important to know about Modern Muse Education is that we have low overhead, and that allows us to have some bigger profits. My current costs are few in number, and I only rent office space by the hour. So my bottom line is that I can achieve profitability while making access, opportunity, and success, those three things, right, my priority. So after 6 months, we've begun to see some profit. We've invested a lot of money and a lot of time. So let's talk about accessibility. Not everyone is able to have quality education. High rates prevent that from happening for a lot of students. So my rates are consistently 15 to 60% lower than my competition. And I also provide online sessions so that I can expand my reach. Being flexible makes me competitive. This is actually my schedule. I've been working with students for quite a while now. But my school books allows me to work with students and schedule and do accounting. I use Regis office spaces, which allows me to rent by the hour. And Zoom is kind of like Skype, but it's much more educational based. It allows me to write on the screen, which is completely indispensable for math and science. You people need to just need to see that stuff. Self-driven success is probably the cornerstone of why I love this company and why I wanted to start it. There are many, many things that I could do to help these students, but the biggest thing I could give them is allow them to find that success on their own. So many students have come to me and said, you know, you gave me support. I didn't use you as the framework for why I was successful. I was lucky enough that my parents and my students would wanted to share this information with you guys today. So this is where you guys come in. In order to help this company grow, one thing we want to do is develop and deliver online self-paced courses for universal access using Udemy. I also want to spend some more time doing research and development on my book. I also want one permanent office location here in Maryland to be able to invest in more equipment and hire some staff, form an LLC, and expand these current partnerships to continue to deliver that access and opportunity. So thank you everyone for your time today. I really appreciate it, and vote for me.